It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad.
Coach, these folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Delta, 55. We own it. We own it. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
From the 39, Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
180. Flat. I'm trying to collect. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Here we go. Mike, 55. Go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Fournette on the counter. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 55. Come on. I got it. Mike, 55. Man, let's get some penetration here.
Here's Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Hey, check Mike. Watching your guard.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You think you won't get this? Check.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, I got you.
Foles. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ben Banagoo. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
50 Watch the pass.
Now Foles. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Hines, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go.
He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Three. You better be afraid of me. Check 9.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That's the end of the first.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bang, bang. Buzz. Be ready. Mike's 50.
I'm coming.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They run with Hines. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Check.
Mariota now. Flush to his right. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. And an alley to run. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run here with Mack. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 5-5.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Hey, check Mike. Watching your five. Here we go, D.
2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, we got to get to the ball.
Throwing, Mariota. Ebron's got it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Motion! 51, Mike! Mike 51!
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from the 20. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You go night-night. Time to go night-night.
One.
50, Mike's 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. Catch made here by Campbell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
A first down throw for Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
One.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Switch gears. Motion.
Now it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Three. He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Fresno.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch to be done. Hey, check my
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
What we got?
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Watch the twist.
Hey, Keaton. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On second down now, it's Hines. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
They run again with Hines. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Got an open man. That's Campbell. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 75 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the run, it's Fournette. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Coming for the son. I'm coming for the son.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking long for Westbrook, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Hines. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 24, check 24. 51, Mike. Mike 51. It's our time. It's our time.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 51.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
And the Jaguar first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Foles. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Good. 180. Hey, let's get this. Under. Patch it.
Foles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Play. Here we go. 50.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Jaguars take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard
line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey,
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Foles. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
55. Right there, Charlie.
6-man.
Back to throw now on 1st down. The open man is Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Go, go, go.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Down to hit.
Out of the pistol. It's Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Under.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 55. Mike.
Hey, high 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Great.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Foles. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Go, Mike 51, Mike 13. Hey, seam 6.
Don't get nervous.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 3 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Three buzz.
Throwing here, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Throwing is Mariota. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Mariota here to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can